Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers. In today's episode we're going to be looking at a Quocast lawnmower, 21 inch, that I picked up about 2 weeks ago now. Just prior to, about a week before me and Mrs P went into isolation. I picked up a nice little Masport with a Quantum engine on top, and also a nice 21 inch Quocast with a Quantum on top as well. It's quite hard to say. Both these machines were sold to me as not running. The Masport was starting and installing, and the Quocast is currently running, but I think it runs flat out, and as soon as you back the revs off, it cuts out. The gentleman that I purchased these off, he said he watches my videos, and he gets them from a tip. He pours petrol in them and gives them 2 or 3 pulls. If they don't start, he just lists them as spares or repair. That's what he does. So did a little deal with him. Picked up the 2. The Masport has already been done. A nice little quick little carburetor clean on that one, and away that one went. That's now up in the store. I'll go and get it out for you to see it when I show the Quocast. And the Quocast is outside. Nice big 6.5 horsepower engine on it, so if I can get it running right, it should sell for really good money when the season turns up. On top of that, I've got this Lawnmower 17 electric start jobby that has come in as well. I did do a video on that, however my audio mucked about and I lost all my audio, so I had to scrap that one. But I have since got this one running, but it needs further work, so this will be coming back. You'll be seeing further work. I've got another Mower here as well, another 14S as well to do as well, so that's good. So plenty of Mowers. Also got a 43 over there as well, Quocast. So I've got loads to do on cylinder mower front, loads to do on a rotary front as well. Got loads in. So that's good. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's have a little look at this Quocast 21 inch with a Quantum 6.5 horsepower. Try and get that running, and I'll also show you the Masport at the same time. Right, before we start though, I wanted to show you this. This is a little Hater 56 I had in, which I did a straight swap. Remember that Hater 41 I had, but I did a carburetor test on it? This one came in as a straight swap for the Hater 41, and I've done a complete restoration, not complete restoration, but a semi-restoration on this. New paint job, new blade, all fully serviced and what have you. It wasn't in this condition when I picked it up, and guarantee you that. But I've just finished doing a paint job on that one. And I've got a new paint from Spalding's Hater Green. Really nice paint, and I think it came out quite well, so super happy with that. And that's now up for sale, so hopefully that'll bring some good money in. So we've got that. Let me show you the Hater starting up first. It should start first pull. That's what I've listed it as, starts first pull. Runs absolutely flawlessly, does not miss a beat. So super happy with that. So that's up for sale at the moment. The next up I got is this Masport. Quite a nice little machine. This is one I picked up off this fella, and it wasn't running, it just kept stalling out. It's not a priming Quantum. 6.5 horse Quantum on top. Bit of choke. For a bit, but eventually settled down. It's not been started for about 3 weeks. There it goes. So that just wanted a little carburetor clean. So happy with that one. It wasn't revving right either. But this is one we're doing today. This is Quocast 21 inch lawnmower. It wants a bit doing to it. I think it's a priming one, is it? Yeah, a priming one. Is there fuel in there, Mick? Let's have a little look. No fuel. Let's put a bit of fuel in. It may even have a fuel leak. Let's grab a bit of fuel. And then we'll put some fuel in. And from what I remember, it was just revving its head off, which could be a carburetor clean, could be a governor issue, Could be it's just a spring issue. We won't know until we get into it. There's enough fuel there just to start it. Just double check that's not fuel actually on the bottom of that pan. No, it's not. So that's a priming one. There you go, starting to prime. And this was sold because he couldn't get it to run right. So, bit of rabbit. That's what it's doing. So because it's hunting, I want to first take the top cover off, check the springs out, make sure they're all where they need to be, and then if not, we're going to the carburetor because it is a hunting issue. Try that, then we'll try and also set the throttle as well, set that right, and see if we can't get this machine to run as it should do. Okay, so let's get stuck into it, shall us? Let's have a go at it. Let's see what we can find. So this could be a multiple of issues. It could very simply be an air filter problem. As simple as that. If it's not sucking a correct amount of air in, that will also cause a surging issue. And the air filter is absolutely mushed. Not too bad. I've seen worse. We have got a lovely priming carburetor. So the first thing we're going to do is just going to put an air filter, a new air filter in there. And I've got a load. Bought a load the other day. Let's put a new air filter in. See if that makes any difference whatsoever to the machine. Because it may very well do. If they can't suck the right amount of air in, then they do struggle. So let's just put that back into there. Where'd my screwdriver go? There it is. And I'm just going to try and just fire that up very quickly on the bench. See what difference that makes to the machine. I'm suspecting the carburetor, it does need doing, is what I'm suspecting. But go for the easy option first, right? Let me just swing you guys out of the way a bit, just so I can get round. And put you back, that's it. All right, let's just try that. Move that glass bag out of the way, we don't need that yet. Let's just try that, see what happens now. Okay, so doing the same thing, still revving its head off. So the next thing I want to do is I want to get into the top air cover of the engine here and expose all this. Like all this is all loose, where it's been rattling its head off. So 2 Phillips screws, one there, one over here somewhere. That will remove the top cover. I'll take the pull cord off as well. I might put a new pull cord on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip that off. Because it's definitely not just the air cleaner. So I'm going to cut that off there. I'll put a new pull cord on this when I go to sell it. Tie a knot into that. That'll come off. A quick visual inspection up here to see what we've got. That spring. Okay, I think I found the problem straight away. Let me just bring you around. Okay, so I haven't touched anything, and what I've found is this spring here, just by pulling this back, I can feel there's too much tension on here, too much. And this spring here has been manipulated so that it will rev faster. And all we've got to do is pull that spring back into its housing. Now that's actually a wrong spring, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, see? So now there's not so much tension on that spring. Someone's put either the wrong spring on there, which I don't think I have a spare for. I'll straighten that up a touch. So that's idle. That's flat out. Right, let's see what we get now. off this machine, just by uncoiling that spring. Let's see what we get, shall we? See if there's any difference in the machine. It's probably still want a carburetor clean. Let me try and pull that over, just a knot in it. That's on flat out. Let's put it up to about mid throttle. See what we get now. Bit more throttle. Bit more throttle. Bit of a prime. So now we're getting nothing because that spring is too slack. So, just for argument's sake, let's try and just pull that spring over a touch. A pair of long handled snips would be good. Not snips, long nose pliers. And all I'm going to do is literally grab hold of this spring and I pull it through about halfway from where it was. So I'm going to go to about there. We're going to try that. See how that does. There's a bit more tension on that spring now. Nowhere near as much as what it was beforehand. So we'll now try that. There you go. One of the most simplest fixes there is. I'm not going to bore you with a carburetor clean. It does want a carburetor clean. I think I might literally just tap the fuel off and just rim out the main jet ever so slightly. So there's a smallest of hunt. So these Quantums do hunt a little bit anyway. But all it was literally is someone had bent the spring all the way back to try and get more revs out of it, and it couldn't get enough fuel and what have you, and revving far too high. So actually, we fixed this little machine now. We've just adjusted that spring back, so I will actually keep that spring on there. Quite happy with it. Don't know what to say really. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. I could feel straight away, just by my experience, that had way too much tension on that little tiny spring, and the actual bend was right back here. And I've halved that. With a new pull cord on it, we should be in business. So yeah, super happy with that. Nice little fix. Is also very low on fuel as well, so that's probably not helping it either. So what I should do with this machine now is I should now go forward and give it a full service. No need for you to see that. I'm going to change the plug. Air filter's already been done. I'm going to change it all, give it a tidy up, and then we'll meet you outside and I'll give it a quick little run, and then we'll go from there. Quick little video. That's sometimes the way she goes. Right, and there it is, all finished. The shade doesn't do it much justice. It's had a complete spray job on the all the cowling stuff on the front, side chute, back flap. I haven't done the box, left the box be. But it's had a air filter, new spark plug, all changed, blade shot and balance, all done. So now hopefully, I haven't done a carb clean. I'm hoping with a good run, it's going to sort itself out. Let's prime it. Oh, let's get some more juice first, because it was a bit low on juice. A bit more juice. It was just a little bit low. And bearing in mind, this one come to me, it'd already been down the tip once. So near the end of its days. So hopefully we've saved another one from going down the tip and into landfill. I'm nearly out of petrol too. Oh, there's half a tank. Nearly full actually. So hopefully we've saved it. A new pull cord as well, gone onto this. So now hopefully, if it hunts, I should take the carburetor off and just do a little carburetor clean. Oh, I think that's enough. Let's see how we get on. Got a bit of a hump there. I may drop that bottom bowl off and just clean that main jet up. The idles. I think once that main jet is clearing out a touch, I might just rim that out, ever so slight. But how far did it go? I'll give it a run for 20 minutes, see if it clears it, and then about 10 whether to clean the carburetor out or not. But all runs, all drives. Super happy actually. Considering it was actually in the tip already. This one come out of the tip. Not too bad. I think it's sellable like that. Still, happy as Larry. Right, so there you go. Another one saved from the old tip. That's the Quocast 21-inch with assisted drive and what have you, with a 6.5 horsepower Quantum on top. Quite a big old machine. New blade sharpener and balance, brand new spark plug, new air filter, all changed, new pull cord, adjusted the spring. I'll see how it goes on its test. I'm happy to sell it as is. But it may just want a little rim on that main jet. We should see how it goes on the test. It may clear itself up a little tiny bit. It hasn't been running for a while, and it's been thrown in the tip and all sorts of things. So we'll see how it clears up. If it's your first time in watching Micks Mowers, hit the subscribe button, whack your bell, set notifications to all. That way you'll be told one, done a video, or two, I'm on my Saturday night wiki live stream, which starts at 6:30 PM UK time. I hope you enjoyed this little video of how to fix a surging or highly revving machine. A simple little spring fix, sort that machine right out. With a full service, that machine will now go on to be sold. Hopefully, will last a season for someone to cut their grass and they'll enjoy it. So that's cool. I look forward to the next episode of Micks Mowers very, very soon. But until then, people, don't forget, much more importantly, take it easy.